them longer to park their car and walk from their car into Mercedes-Benz Stadium than it did for them to actually get vaccinated and spend the 15 minutes observation time. So thank you to Arthur Blank, the Arthur M. Blank Family Foundation, for opening this up to the public, and to all of our leaders and our partners here. It's the reason that we will get to the other side of this pandemic. And for you all here, if you've not been vaccinated, I'm sure that we can make you an appointment today to get your vaccination as well. So with that, okay, questions? And I don't know if there's anyone else who is, okay. So your question about racial disparities in the city, it's the reason that we are at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. We are in the heart of the West Side community. And what we wanted to do in expanding these community vaccination sites and working with the White House to do that was to identify places in communities that needed access, that needed easy access. That was one of the reasons that the recommendation was made to do it at Mercedes-Benz, again, in coordination with FEMA and with GEMA and with the White House. It's the reason that we're here. So to the extent that we are having challenges of racial disparity, that those can be addressed by having this site in this community on the west side of Atlanta. And it is the largest vaccination site in the Southeast. Absolutely. So what we're doing, we're knocking on doors. So if someone knocks on your door about registering for a vaccine, we're sending out teams from the city of Atlanta. Our plan is to knock on, I believe, 3,000 doors a week. I'll confirm that number for you, but it's just for that reason. So to the extent that we have seniors or people who don't have access to the internet and can't go online or don't know how to navigate going online, making an appointment, we are sending people directly to their doors, especially, again, in our communities where we are not seeing as many people show up. We're going to send people directly to the doors to make sure that people have access. We're also going to coordinate and make sure that there's transportation available, et cetera, to get people here to get vaccinated. And it's going to be very similar, excuse me, in the same way that we did it with the census, and we knocked on doors to encourage people to get registered for the census. We're going to do the same thing, encouraging people to get registered to get their vaccines. We're being very thoughtful in the city. As you all may recall, we convened an advisory council several months ago. Dr. Del Rio was a part of that advisory council to give us concrete, data-driven recommendations on when and how to reopen. We are officially in phase 2. We are now accepting applications, excuse me, pollen. We're accepting applications for events under 2,000 in the city of Atlanta, outdoor events. We're putting our nets back up, our basketball nets back up in our parks. So we're getting there gradually. As long as our numbers continue to trend downward, then we'll keep moving with our phased reopening. Of course, there are parameters as it relates to the governor's executive order on reopening, but in terms of us accepting event applications and how we will proceed in reopening city venues, et cetera, excuse me, we'll continue to follow those guidelines. All right, thank you.